Shit, give me a darn love bug over these flies and gnats any day. They get so annoying. But we at the range, we're going to have us a good day. But today we are going to talk about popular firearms from the 80's. What it is that I have. Look at this. Just look. Look how they already harboring around the tailgate of this truck. Now, what are we talking about? Well, let me let you know that we are in a safe and controlled environment. We are at a gun range, Immokalee Range and Gun Club to be exact. And this video is for educational purposes only. All right? Okay, very good. So let's talk about this very first one. Now, this very first one here is very near and dear, sentimental, whatever it is that you want to call it. And this is the Larson 380. Very first firearm that I ever shot. And can you believe I didn't like it? Not that I didn't like the gun. I didn't like the gun either, but I didn't like shooting, period. My very first experience with the gun, I was just not, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. And bloom, I blossom into this. Can you imagine that? But yes, the Larson 380 was extremely popular back in the 80's. It was used quite a bit. I don't know if they carried it. Well, let me tell you something. That was before my time, but I know that this was one that circulated very, very much in the streets. As far as what happened, what went on, I'm not sure, but that Larson 380 was that girl. Now, also moving right along, we got this hammer right here, and this is the High Point. This one is the Model C. This Model C was one of my first high points in the beginning. Again, this is, I'm not going to call it the worst, but it's one of those in that category as far as worst goes for me, as far as shoot goes. I call these the Sesame Street sights. As you can see, we got that yellow and red, that yellow front sight and that rear red sight that just reminds me of, real ABC. A straight brick in itself. And hey, it's what it is. The High Point 9C. Then, now this slide is a lot better. We still got our Sesame Street sights on this one. We have the High Point YC9 chambered in 9mm. YC is for yeet cannon. Now they did kind of get a little bit more fancier as far as, your threaded barrel, your accessory rail, your serrations in the slide and all that good stuff. They guess they just tried to make something out of it to try to, oh, and it does have a grip safety. Holy shit. For what? I don't know. Trying to, get themselves, I guess, a little bit more into what it was that the firearms world was leaving them behind by so many eons. And we have here the Ruger Mini 14. Now, this one is chambered in 5.56. She may not look like much, but this right here is a great shoot. I enjoy this very much. You do have a blackout option to this, but I did like the classic look of this wood. And yes, I know they have magazines with a little bit more capacity. It does come with 2 5-round magazines. That's what I have, and that's what we're gonna shoot. Okay, the Ruger Mini 14 chambered in 5.56. All right, so we have a little, we got 380, we got 9mm, we got 5.56, we got a little bit going on. But if you have one or something in your collection that kind of screams 80, drop that in the comment. Let's talk about it. And I'll do my best to see if I can find or keep up with something or look for something that you're requesting. So the only thing left now to do is what? Because we know where we are, we know what we're doing, is suit them up so we can send them down range. All right, so let's go in first with this Larson 380. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe an 8 shot. Very distinctive location for the magazine release. Magazine release is at the bottom of the grip right here. Whoa. All right. Let's see what she gonna do. There she go. The Larson 380. Larson. And she bit me. and she jammed. Not too bad. The round was kind of stuck down in the magazine. We are empty and clear. And it does have a safety on here, but shit, you cannot engage this for anything. It's so tight. The Lorsen 380. All right, YC9, high point. That hammer. I think this is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. No, I'm lying. 10 shots. Oof. Oof. All right. Eight shots. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. Them Sesame Street sights are terrible, but they work. The High Point Model 9, C9, I'm sorry, not 9C. All right, so up next, we got the High Point YC9, chambered in 9mm. They want to put a little fancy, almost skeletonized trigger on here. I don't know. I shouldn't even use that word, fancy. But this one, I know this holds a few more rounds, but we're going to find out. Y'all count for me. That engaged pretty decent. All right. All right, we got a failure to eject, and the next round wants to get in there and have a party. Let me lock this back really quick. Damn it. That's brutal. All right. Oh, it was actually not spent. Back up a little bit. All right, so that round was not spent. I don't even think that was, let me see. And that's it. Pistol is, make sure it's clear and that magazine is empty. The High Point Firearms YC9, chambered in 9mm. Wow. I don't know what the hell this is back here, but it's clearly falling into the slide of the pistol. You see that? That don't look right. Anyway, moving right along. The Ruger Mini 14, chambered in 5.56. Safety is on the trigger guard. Engage that bolt. Whew. You see that? Smooth. We are empty and safe. Whoa. I can't get enough of this. The more I shoot it, the more I enjoy it. I got another magazine, so you might as well run. Well, let's, you know me. I get a little excited when I shoot things that I like. Lorsen 380. Let's get these rounds in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7, and 7. No 8. 7 rounds. This little thing is heavy. Now, for the weight on here, y'all watch that muzzle rise and tell me how she look. For this to weigh, same deal. It's just not bumping the round out of the magazine. But we don't need them type of problems. Damn it. What the problem? I don't need that kind of problems. Do you blame it on old or do you blame it on quality? I don't think age has anything to do with anything. Is it just not any good? Clear and safe. The Lorcin 380. Lorcin. Lorcin. Ay, Dios santo. All right, the high point. C9. Let's see if we get a count on this one. 1, 2, 3. That's terrible. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7. No? Looks like I can get one more. Yeah, 8. Okay. The high point. C9. Chambered in 9 milli. What y'all was doing with these guns back then? Absolutely nothing. If they behaving like this. All right. I can feel almost like the slide bouncing. We are empty and clear. After every shot, it felt like the spring in the slide was causing the slide to kind of like ricochet after the shot. So this is what it felt like. Back, slam, shake. Back, slam, shake after those shots. And to me, it didn't feel good. All right, up next, we're going in the YC9, the high point yeet cannon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Y'all got to give it to me with these bugs and stuff. I'm a champ. Because these shits will be done ran anybody from around here. All right, the high point, YC9, chambered in 9 millimeter. I can say that this slide is not bad at all. It's not. I've shot more expensive pistols. With a rougher slide. We are clear and empty. Clear and empty. The high point YC9 chambered in 9 millimeter. All right. Definitely can tell that this is my fave out of the 4. The Ruger Mini 14, chambered in 5.56. I ain't got but 5. As I was telling you, the safety, if you didn't know, is right here at the trigger guard. So that's how you engage that safety. And we are clear and empty and safe. The Ruger Mini 14. I can shoot that all day. All day. All right. Uh let me just shoot one more magazine. I like it. I like it a lot. The Ruger Mini 14, very nice, smooth shoot. Looking at it, you probably be like, yo, it's too classic looking for me. I'm not a big fan of that wooden classic. It's okay, because guess what? Like I said, they come blacked out. So if you want that blacked out look and you feel like that'll kind of make you feel a little better about it, whatever. Whatever strokes your fancy. But this is a wonderful, wonderful shoot. Enjoy it very much. The Ruger Mini 14. We are clear, empty, and safe. Get out of there. So, I know this probably brought back all type of memories, all type of stories, road stories. Drop them in the comments. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about your story with that Lorson 380. I want to hear that story with your High Point. I want to hear them stories. Just let me know. Drop it in the comments. Y'all know I like me a good story time. So with that being said, Yoke Gang, what did y'all think? What did y'all see? How did y'all feel? Let me know. Drop it in the comments about these 3 pistols and 1 rifle. Let's talk. Listen, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of What the Hell is Yoke Shooting? And y'all know I love it when things work, and I love y'all for life. Mucho besitos.